Coach Hawkins again and his group, and I've known Hawk for a long time, and very happy for him to be back at QU and in a place where he was very successful before, and this team he has will continue to grow. Very sluggish, and I say sluggish, maybe that's not the right word. Played so fast the first half that it was really ugly, which most exhibition games are. But I thought that we got in a better rhythm in the second half. I thought we moved the ball. We took shots in the first half that were really out of rhythm and hard. We just never ran anything. But I thought Sincere Harris came in defensively. Did a very nice job of kind of changing the momentum. He had a little aggression to him on the defensive side. We were very passive, and I thought that was impactful. And then we kind of got going in the second half, and I thought that pressure did its job and made them, disrupted them a little bit. It set its feet, and when we didn't foul, which is something we've been emphasizing, when we didn't foul, I thought we bothered them and took them out of stuff.
What Coleman mentioned, communication as being one of the things that he's seen growth with over the past week since the secret scrimmage. So, would you agree with that assessment?
Not really. Not really. We have a saying, quiet teams lose. And until we get 5 guys that are communicating, we're switching. There's ball screens involved. It's an unusual night to walk in the locker room and not see Trent Frazier in a seat and know that he was going to get over every ball screen and that every scouting report scenario was going to be handled the right way. Some of our youth showed up in that area, but we have to get everybody talking. Communication is vital on the defensive end, and I don't care about the percentages or any of that. It's the mistakes that we made on that end because of it, and understanding a scouting report, knowing you can't go under. We never go under, and Jaden will learn from those where he goes under and gives up a couple threes, and that's the beauty of these games is learning those things. But glad we've got 9 days.
Coach, it really seemed like returning players, and RJ and Coleman Hawkins specifically, just looked more in the flow than the newcomers. Was that a coincidence, or?
Yeah, I mean, I showed up here an hour before shoot-around today, and the freshmen were already out here. There's nerves, there's anxiety. It's the first time most of them played tonight in front of more people than they probably have in their career put together. And so that anxiety is part of it. You would expect your veterans to be dialed in and a little more focused. I thought that first group was really sloppy in the first half, especially the first 10 minutes. We can't have some of Coleman's mistakes that he made, not stepping out of bounds twice, throwing a hook pass across the middle of a defense versus man-to-man. Those are things that we just have to hit singles and not hit home runs. But those guys should look a little more comfortable.
Coach, what's your assessment of Sky Clark? He looks, for a freshman, he looked really composed and didn't force anything, and he looked like a 21-year-old older kid. What's your assessment of him in this play tonight? Yeah,
he's pretty good. He's a pretty good player. I thought that he missed some shots that he normally makes. He's 6'1", he's 205 pounds, he's strong. We saw him deliver a blow on a drive big time finish. We saw move at the end of the first half where he just beat a guy off the dribble, got it to the front of the rim. You start putting those things in play, and then just just making some shots. I mean, he's a better shooter than what he showed today. So, you know, it's not easy running a team, but I was very impressed with his performance tonight.
Coach, you mentioned the fouls. In the first couple of years when you ran the high pressure defense, fouls were kind of an issue. How do you kind of walk that line to be coach aggressiveness on the press but not foul?
Yeah, and it's something we talk about every day. We work on every day. Now that we got our treadmills working as of today, and we finally got the outlets working, so now we can plug those in, and every time we foul, we'll just you know go run. And our defense is the same defense, other than we're switching, that we had last year. And all we're doing is just picking up full, and it's not to force turnovers. It's just to be disruptive. And over the course of a game, especially with point guard dominant teams who run a lot of actions, we want to bother. We want to bother that point guard. You know, I thought in the second half we were able to do that tonight. We got them out of rhythm. And yeah, we cannot foul. And you know, Ty had foul problems early because he was fouling. Sincere, you know, those are freshmen, high energy, nerves, anxiety, turnovers, and we'll get through that.
22 fast break points tonight. What did you see from the transition, which I know has been a big emphasis for you going into this year?
I didn't think it was very good. One, because especially the first half. First half we didn't defensive rebound well enough to actually run. And you know, we had 6 times in the first half. The 5-man's job is to take the ball out of bounds, and we had somebody else take the ball out of bounds. And you can't run if you're taking the ball out of bounds. Everybody's got a job to do, and we just had game lapses. And we can practice it all we want, but until we become disciplined enough to handle that and do our job, it's just simply you got to do your job. And again, those things are it's probably better than it was a week ago when we scrimmaged, but still not. Again, no offense to Quincy, but you know, the team we played is pretty good, and this one there was a little different talent level. But I thought we've got to keep emphasizing that. We've got to play in better floor balance and a little more composure.
Do you worry about the three-point shooting numbers at all? And you mentioned early percentages maybe didn't bother you much.
No, I think we're shooting 40 or 41% in practice. Maybe that means our defense stinks. I don't know. That's the worst part about it. We've been shooting the cover off of it. You know, Matt will get going. You know, Matt had a day where he was 11 or 14 from 3. You know, I think one was Terrence, one was 6. You know, I don't worry about that. We just haven't been in here, guys. And I mean, we've been in here one day and tried to cram as much shooting as we could in yesterday and today, and it's a completely different backdrop. So, you know, especially for the young guys who haven't been in here before. So I think we'll be fine, and you know, we do have to find, even though the points in the paint look like a lot, we still have to find more post touches, especially for Dane. And but some good things, and then we'll figure it out as we head into the next 9 days.
That all for Coach?
Thank you.